I'll go with this one. Let me check, see if I'm live. You know why, you know why. I wonder if I'm gonna get copyrighted because of the music. I really don't care right now, though. I'm not even gonna lie. I guess I can just like have it cut out. I don't know. I don't know. Neither here nor there right now, guys. Especially just with this energy that we're in. Okay, I'm good. Let me check the. Oh, okay. I can hear it through my earphones. All right, cool. We're good. I can hear myself. Oh man. Maybe like this. Hey, hey. Hey, Nikki. What's up, girl? How you doing? This this energy is potent. This energy is very potent. I literally felt like before I came on here, like I literally have been feeling shit, I would describe it like heart palpitations, but really like heart chakra activations. My goodness, like, oh my God, it's been so intense. It's been so intense. I'm not even gonna come on here in front or, you know, I have some little downloads that I've just been gathering throughout the day that I just have over here. I don't know how long we're gonna be here, you know, but I thought it was very important for me. Like I felt, I mean, you can just hear the emotion in my voice, like, but I felt like it was very important. Like the universe was pulling at my heart, and I'm sure a lot of people are feeling like that, where the universe is pulling at your heart, like asking you to pour your heart out. And what I mean by that, like, I mean, like, really say what the fuck it is that you want. This energy that we're in, this shit is about choosing yourself no matter the fuck what. And like, I'm just so, there's so much energy moving. And it's a lot that's closing out at the very same time. Like, I know that it's crazy that, you know, this is the quote unquote 8-8, you know, Lionsgate. We already talked about that and how it's not, you know, Sirius is not conjunct the sun, but this Mars opposite Saturn, that's a lot of what we're feeling today because it went exact. And then we're literally in the energy of the full moon because we have the Aquarius full moon like in the wee hours of the morning. Um, it's a lot. It's a lot of energies. Here, let's ground for a second. I'll turn my little music down. I've been listening to this young lady who makes playlists on YouTube. Oh my God, her playlists be smacking, smacking, um, all the time. So I'm gonna put that on there, but I'm gonna pause that for just a sec so I can ground, and then we'll just kind of talk about the energy. We'll just talk about the energy in a very authentic way. I want y'all to know it's a safe space. For you to talk about what you're going through, for you to, you know, put that out there or just, you know, spill your heart to the universe. Like really be authentic about what it is that you want and the life that you want to live, no matter if you're the only person doing it, no matter if nobody's cheering you on, no matter if you don't, like a lot of the hardship and I think in this energy right now is being like, you know, having to choose differently than you've ever fucking chosen before. you know, and not playing about you, not playing about like the life that you want to live, and not caring how that looks to people, not caring if people think your vision's too big, your vision's unrealistic, your, you know, the life that you want to live is unattainable. The timelines that are closing out right now are not just of this lifetime. A lot of us are closing out timelines that have spanned across generations. Like, do you understand? That is why you're feeling it so heavily. A lot of people are like the first to choose something different. And do you know how tricky that can be when you've never seen that? When you have never seen that before? You don't have a fucking blueprint. Like, you don't know. That takes courage. That is what courage is. And that's literally the energy that we're in. Like, that is what is being activated with this full moon. Like, that's courage. And there's so much compassion that's coming in. I think that we're meant to have for ourselves. Like, there's compassion for where you conformed time and time again in the past. And I think that this energy today is like, aren't you sick of that? So what if they're not coming with you? So what if you're the only person? So what if you're out here doing this alone? You know? I'm here right now, like, but do you have the heart to do it? We're in Leo season. That's what this is. Do you have the heart to still do it? To put it all out on the line? Thank you for the like. I just saw that there. I'm sorry. I just went on a little, the energy's just been flowing. I'm not, you know, my goal is not to come here and look perfect or look like I have it all figured out. Okay? I've been getting downloads about this like all day. This has been very powerful. This has been very powerful. Like, this Aquarius full moon is a game changer. This shit is a life changer if you let it be. And Pluto's in Aquarius right now. So there's a lot of like, shit's got to go. The old timeline has to be demolished. Who you were on that old timeline, done. Over. Thank you, Spirit. Let's ground. Just a little warning, this can get a little loud, y'all, okay? So I don't want to hurt anybody's ears, okay? I'll try to bring it back just a bit. God, so much pressure built up in the heart chamber. Like, oh my God, this shit is so activating. Whew. Okay. I hope you guys are doing well. I know I came on pretty intense. I'm not apologizing for that, but I'm just acknowledging. I know I came on pretty intense. I've been feeling this very intensely, and I would do myself a disservice, and I would do other people a disservice coming on here trying to be palatable, you know, and seem like I'm not emotional, and that this has not really activated something within me. Okay. So I do think, you know, like I said, there's a lot of compassion for self that is coming through in this energy. Forgiveness of self, of where you felt like, you know, you kept choosing wrong, right? That might not be the way the universe views it, but that could be your perspective, where you kept choosing wrong, where you kept having pressure to conform, to I don't know, follow the status quo, whatever that is for you. This energy is radical because it shouldn't be radical, but it's radical because we live in a world that constantly wants you to choose outside of yourself, constantly wants to keep you distracted, constantly wants you to follow the status quo, follow what this person's blueprint is for success, follow how their life looks. That's the pain in it. That's the, I mean, you know, that is the, I want to say, I think the beginning of this energy. I don't think that that's going to be the lasting energy. 1111. I don't think you see it. I've been seeing triple ones and quadruple ones all week. um, but yeah, I don't think that lonely energy, if you're feeling that, I don't think that's long lasting. I think it's uh, I think it's an initiation for you to, again, let me make sure, wait, that's my video off. Okay, good, it's still on. I think that's an initiation for you to, again, choose what you can't see yet, but you can feel it, even if you're the only person. And I think a lot of difficulty for a lot of people right now might be that you're still surrounded by people who are blocking these heart chakra activations. And I think for a lot of people, especially, I want to say like empathic people, right? Highly sensitive people. I think there's a lot of pain in like, and having to be like the only one to choose the different path. Having to be like the only one doing something, going after something. I don't know, putting yourself out there, whatever it is, when you still feel certain energies around you that you know are not being authentic. When you're still around manipulation. When you see other people choose things that seemingly are shiny or successful, and here you are doing the work, doing the shadow work, doing this, doing that. I'm hearing odd man out, and I think that's a good thing. I think this energy is a really good thing. I think a lot of us are going through the initiation portion of it. I definitely feel like I'm on that. And the one thing that I have committed to is I'm not choosing that old timeline. I don't give a fuck. I'm not choosing the old timeline. The old timeline where you gotta shrink, you gotta fit in people's boxes, you gotta live the life they say is successful, you gotta look the part, you gotta do these things. This energy is asking us to live from the core of our being. Leo is our essence, it's the essence of who you are. At your core, your heart. You didn't come here for this shit. You didn't come here to be palatable, for your vision, your dreams to be comprehensible. You came to follow your heart's desire, and that's what this is reactivating. This is not new. You are remembering. These heart chakra activations, this is a remembrance. So Spirit is just bringing up how a lot of people are in this energy, but there's that pressure. There is that pressure in the background, even if it is unspoken. And that unspoken pressure that you might be feeling, those are the expectations that, those are the things that I was saying, like why this energy can be tricky. The things that you were actually going after that you thought were your dream. You thought, like, but it was just handed down to you, or you just adopted it, or it was a trauma response, whatever you were going after. Yeah. I think the universe is just really asking us to be brave. Stop. We have to stop cowering. We have to allow ourselves to really, like, say it with our chest. Stop being afraid of what they're gonna think. Stop being afraid of who you're gonna disappoint. Yeah. And I just want to reiterate again, like, I don't care how something looks. I don't care how shiny it looks. I don't care how good it looks on paper. Whether that be a person, an opportunity, a job, I don't care. If it still quacks like a duck, it's still that. It is going to be another cycle where you get in it, or you get to the end of it and you realize, oh shit, I got set up for the okie doke again. And I think the only way that that happens, because, yeah, I think the only way that that happens is if, I think if you are not being honest about what it is that you want for your life. That is the only way I think that something else can come in and dangle something shiny and it looks good on paper, but it's not aligning in that heart space. I think that's the only way that something can come in and convince you that whatever this thing is better than your heart's desire. I think if you're in that, you might still be afraid to say it with your chest. Why? The external. The external. And how it has programmed you internally. Programmed you to react in trauma responses out of fear. Keeping you bound to timelines that are just going to keep cycling until you get it. I'm seeing somebody jump out of a double dutch ropes, getting out the cycle. This is an exit, like, this is an exit ramp for people. And that sounds easy, right? That sounds, you know, that sounds so simple, right? And so cliche. Follow your heart. Listen to your heart. What is your heart's true desire? What do you really want? What are your dreams? That sounds easy. But that is why I'm saying that, at least for myself, I'm going to speak for myself very personally, that I've been having just these very strong bouts of compassion for myself. Because as easy as that sounds, you don't realize how far away you may have gotten from that. Just how far away. Just how much fear has gotten a grip. How you did allow someone's indoctrinations to, program your mind. Or just where you were ignorant. You just didn't know. You just didn't know. So definitely I would say have compassion for yourself. And I'm not going to say Not that you shouldn't have compassion for other people, but I think that this energy is like, if you can find that for yourself first, it'll automatically flow over. It'll automatically extend, because I don't think that the goal is to focus on other people during this time. You gotta get so quiet. You have to get so yeah, that's been a lot for me. Like, I've just had to get so quiet. And every time my ego is like, okay, come on, you sitting down for too long. Come on, hurry up. Come on, let's do something. Like, let's go, let's go. I'll hear this very quiet, well, I will hear this very self-assured voice like, don't you move? Don't you jump? Excuse me? Like, that's been very, very powerful. That little voice, that's the truth. And oh my gosh, that's why you have to get quiet, because a lot of us, like I've been reiterating through this Mercury retrograde, that the actual truthful voice is a lot calmer. It's so self-assured. When you hear it from within, you're not frantic. It is done. It's done. On the contrary, when that energy is coming in that's trying to grab you up, keep you attached to that old timeline, that energy feels like panic. That energy feels like rush. That energy feels like, fuck, you're getting left behind. Shh, you better, they're leaving you. They're leaving you. Such a tricky season that we're in. If you do not allow yourself to listen, you will get caught up in other people's shit. And that is something that I've also been noticing. Those people that are really blocking this energy, you know, it's like, and I've been seeing this, it's like those people who I've been this person before too, you know, but it's like people who are just too, you know, they turn their nose up at the thought of you say some shit like, man, I'm just gonna follow my heart, you know, I don't know, something's telling me. And you can just tell, you know, the energy, you could just tell. You could just tell. And and when you do that, right, I think a lot of you have seen, and you know what? Yeah, that's a download coming through. And I've felt this too. But a lot of you could have felt like maybe you did spill your heart, you did share some things with someone, and you were met with that energy. You triggered them. You triggered them. Because how dare you? How dare you tap into this energy and actually like go for it? Who do you think you are? It's a lot of this retrograde energy too. Who do you think you are? Choosing better for yourself. Believing that you can have better. The fuck? Like, that is how some people are blocking the energy. And the reason, and that energy in the past, let me start there. That energy in the past would have scared you, because essentially what that's telling your nervous system is like, oh no, like if I do this, if I go, I'm gonna be abandoned. Like, who's gonna support me? Who's gonna love me? Like, where's my community? Like, oh no, I think one of the greatest fears of humans is being exiled. You know, is not being able to connect, is not having a pack, is not, you know. But if you were met with that energy, you triggered them. And that's your cue to keep going. You keep going. That is enlightenment for you. To know who really supports you I've also witnessed like people being in this energy and a lot of people making shifts. Like, I mean, a lot of people are feeling this very same feeling. And, um, yeah, I've just seen people making quiet exits. It's like, what do they call that new like epidemic of like, I think it's called like silent quitting, right? It's like that. And a lot of this feels like that. It's like you ain't even got to say too much. You don't have to say too much. Your energy is going to speak for you. Yeah. All of this, like I said, all of this is about being honest about what you want in this life. That's it. That's it. It's about being honest about like even the validation and things that you want. Like I said, I think one of the most potent wounds for a human is to be exiled, is to not have connection, is to, feel like they're going to be abandoned, especially if you already have that wound from childhood, from people who were supposed to love you the most, care for you the most. And it's like some of us put ourselves in kept tethering ourselves to certain timelines because of that fear. But even tethering ourselves to those timelines, still lonely as a motherfucker. Surrounded by people, still lonely. And that's what this is saying. What if you're the only one? What if everybody's going that way, but something within you is saying, nah, take that one. Take that path. Yeah. Whew. I felt like there was something else that I think it left. Yeah, I think it left. But I think a lot of this is maybe more intense because, like I said, you're not just closing out a present timeline, you're closing out generational timelines where this energy has just been moving through the bloodline. Everybody choosing the same life, everybody just playing it safe. No, you know what I'm saying? People not really getting a chance to live out their life, to enjoy it, to I'm aware that like this energy, and see, I think that's the paradox in all this, is that this sounds so cliche. It sounds so just like words, but that's the testament to just how far away we've been from that. And to think that we were close to it, it takes that level of honesty. Like, holy shit, like I actually thought that was okay. You mean to tell me like that was ego? Okay. 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 I am gonna just grab a deck, and I'm gonna pull just one from a really powerful deck that I use, and I will read the I'm gonna read the guidebook for this one. But I just wanted to come on really, and I feel like I was feeling very vulnerable today. Just, you know, I'm always getting nervous when I come on here too, and I went to my son's martial arts practice, and we had been working on things, and I was practicing with him. And today in his class, like he just really faced one of his fears, and that shit was so inspiring. That was so inspiring, and it was just like even that was a heart activation of just that. And Leo has everything to do with the childlike energy. Children being playful, lighthearted, bold, passionate. Kids are very passionate. They don't give a fuck. Okay, until we make them aware of those things of embarrassment and shame and guilt, and don't do it like that, and do otherwise kids don't give a fuck. Okay, those kids be at the practice just doing their thing, just putting themselves out there. And a lot of us, it was just so cool to be in that moment and realize that so many of us are actually coming back to that point with just more experience of life and, of course, more wisdom because of the experiences. But I thought that was just very interesting. Even the little ones are tapping into this, and that's beautiful for them. Like that is beautiful for them to see us model that. Not just talk about it, not just tell them you can be anything, follow your dreams. But they don't see you doing it. They don't see you doing it. They don't see you choose yourself ever. They see you put everybody before yourself, you take care of everybody else. What does that tell you? You can say it all you want, you know? So yeah, the children really inspired me today at my son's practice. That was very inspiring. I thank Spirit for allowing me to experience that moment because that did something for my heart, like making that connection there. So if you get nothing from this, it has been, let me just keep it like even more real. Like it's been incredibly challenging for me um to I don't want not to show up, not to show up, but to really allow myself to like just be vulnerable and just to and to allow that to like be enough, to allow just who I am to be enough. And that's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about modeling it, about being it for these little ones. Okay, I don't know why the little ones are coming up so much now, but we are in Leo season. Um, because that was learned behavior for me. And even the timelines that I was tethering myself to in the past, right? And that I've been having all these big aha moments about today. And I mean, for some time now, not just today. But even those timelines that I was tethering myself to in the past continuously, that was fear. That was a result of both seeing and, yeah, just seeing people not choose themselves. And you know what? That's why I say, like, the kids, the children are so important because that shit will start to wear you down. You come in this world so pure. You have dreams, you have visions, and then you go through life and you have these experiences and you see people like, I get it. I get it. People get so jaded. People get so jaded. Like this earth realm, you know how like when you talk about spirituality, they say like this earth realm is like it ain't nothing to play with. Like it's one of the best and hardest places to incarnate. But you see people go through life and they get jaded, and that's how we arrive at these points because it's just like it has felt, at least, right? But we're moving into different energy, okay? But it has felt like, well, why would I choose that path? Like, why would I follow my intuition? Why would I do? Because I'm on your side. I see that people, it seemingly people get rewarded for not choosing that path, for not following their intuition. It doesn't look quote unquote successful. But then again, this is where that tricky part comes in too. What is success and who are you allowing that to define for you? Who are you allowing to define success for you? Right? Like, since when did the barometer become like this overarching thing as far as success is concerned? That is an individual journey. That is a very personal journey. Again, I know the things that I'm saying can seem like very everyday cliche things, but when we live, us, we live in a world that takes us out of that internal closeness that we have with ourselves when we first come into this realm. Okay. Let's get a card. But yeah, it's yeah. I mean, you guys see me in this space, like I've been moving through like one of the biggest transformations in my life. Like when I first started this channel, I want to say it was like, I don't know, it was around COVID time, maybe like a year or two after. But it was at the beginning of my second spiritual awakening. And I was a different person then. You know, I was led back to this, which brought me back to myself and my natural gifts. But I've evolved a lot and changed a lot and realized that me back then on that timeline, I was still buried under so much that even I couldn't see. You know, we have blind spots. And that's what I mean about having compassion. I mean, I have wept. I have wept for that version of me back then. And just like, oh my God, girl, like, come here, let me give you a hug. So this is not to beat yourself up. Like, I don't want you guys, like, don't be hard on yourself. Like, this is an energy of great compassion. Don't be hard on yourself. But you might have to make the hard decision, the tougher decision, the quieter decision. Doesn't look all glamorous, and when you do it, it's not like, you know, your life's just boom, automatically changed right there, boom. It's a foundational shift. This is not just some like, okay, like manifest, plant your seeds, and let's, you know, y'all know I hate that shit. I'm sorry, I don't want to be the I don't want to be the Scorpio rising to be like that, but no, this is not that. Like, this is a foundational shift. This is not no bubblegum pop astrology spirituality shift. This is far from cookie cutter stuff. Like, who are you? What do you want out of this life? Is this, if you're okay, if you're like, if you're okay with how everything has been, this is not for you. Like, if you're fine, if you're not, then this is not for you. Great. Great. But if you know you've been playing it small out of fear, this is your time. This is your time to say it with your chest. And I mean that both literally, right? And symbolically, metaphorically speaking. Say it with your chest, meaning embody these actions like it's nobody's business. I don't care who the offer is coming from. Whatever offer, I'm saying offer, but that's like an umbrella term for a lot of things, right? The ex, the friend, the job that you said you were done, right? But it's coming back and, oh, it looks shiny again. They're talking about paying you this again. Like, even just thinking, I've been so sensitive to this energy in the sense of like, even just thinking about taking the easier route, or the way, not easier, like I don't want to say it like the route you're gonna take is blood, sweat, and tears. I actually don't think it's that at all, or it's not gonna feel like that, because it's something you actually want to do. It's a life you actually want to live. You're living the life, you're embodying the life. You're not constantly fucking working for it, striving to attain something that's far out. Ugh. I know that I'm jumping around guys. But that's just the energy that we're in. It's wild. It's raw. Wild, literally, like wild fire. I mean, there is fire in air. Okay, let's see. I've been trying to pull this card for the longest. All right, it's the number 43. It says date with destiny. I love that. Date with destiny. I'll just put it up there for a little so you could just look at it. I know images trigger things for me. I'm hearing, I heard you were looking for me. I heard you were looking for me. Let me get my book for this. Oh, it's right here. Okay, let's see. Oh Lord. Okay, I'm already reading it, and let me cue y'all in. All right, it says, out of the ethers and into your life, she arrives now because you have a date with destiny. She is a mysterious creature. Her ways are wild and her guidance is true. She may create chaos from which a new order can emerge, but there is no need to fear. She has come to inspire, uplift, and direct you. That is the wild feminine within us all. Lilith. Sedna, which is in Scorpio right now, and just went direct, not recently, but it has started moving direct again. That is the wild feminine within us all. That wild feminine that wants to create, that wants to take that different route. And they told her she's too bold, right? I think the story of Lilith is that, and quote me if and please correct me if I'm wrong, but if I do recall, it is that she was the first wife of Adam. I'm speaking of Adam and Eve here. Okay. But again, she was that wild feminine where Eve was this, and I think, listen, when it comes to like biblical stuff and things like that, I do interpret it maybe differently than other people. So I just want to preface that. But she was like the darker energy to Eve, so to speak. She was the shadow side of Eve. It is that wild feminine energy that cannot be contained. And that's what people fear, and that's what you fear. This is all of that. This is all of that breaking out of being palatable, breaking out of having to have people understand you. That'll come. But one thing that I put on here on my notes that I heard very clearly is you don't get to see shit until you hold your ground. You don't get to see what the universe has been keying you in. Like, you don't get to do that. You have to believe in it, for you have to declare it. They're not going to give you something you're ashamed to say you want. And you're still dabbling, you're still oscillating between the timelines, right? You still have that safety net over there. I heard you don't get to see until you hold your ground. It's not being revealed. You're not going to get the validation, like, meaning, and this is what I'm saying. I don't mean it like you're not going to get the validation. Like, people will never validate you or never, like, vibe with you. I mean, like, the universe is not going to, it's not going to do that. It's not going to allow you to keep trying to get confirmation from everybody on a decision that you need to make on your life. So that later down the line, you can say, well, I asked so-and-so. Well, they told me this. Well, I got... This is why, and I'm going to keep saying this is why that North Node in Aries was so important. Because it was about sovereignty. It was training us to get back into the habit of choosing for self, of being in an energy of independence. Not because that's what you need to be in forever, but you do need to hone that skill to be able to choose for yourself. Aries is an individual. Aries is not following the crowd. Okay. Hi. Okay. A date with destiny is a big deal. It is the moment when you realize there is something helping you out, something intelligent, powerful, wise, and no matter how empowered you are, something even more powerful than your own efforts. That is the wheel turning. I remember I put that, I don't know if y'all guys see the post on the community thing. I don't know, YouTube promotes it sometimes, but that was what I was talking about the wheel turning. The wheel has begun to turn. And there are forces that are helping you out. And those forces will be the wind beneath your wings, but you must not be ashamed. How are you going to live a life that you're ashamed to admit you want? That you're afraid to really ground in? And that's not to say you can't have fear, but courage. We're in Leo season. We know that that is the act of being afraid and doing it anyway. And okay, I want to speak to that too. It says something even more powerful than your own efforts. The universe is not asking you to do more, and we'll give it to you. Come on, work harder, blood, sweat, tears, right? That's also something that they tell you. That's what the status quo tells you. Just come on, you're not working hard enough. You're lazy. You're not being productive. Come on, come on. That's a trap. I'm sorry. That's a trap. That is a trauma response. This energy that we're coming into is very purposely designed so that you don't feel like you have to slave away working for a life that is not even yours at the end, whatever this might be, right? Relationship, job, whatever it is. The energy that we're trying to be moved into, if we've been following this energy, is it's slower, you know, in the sense of like, not like think your manifestations are going to come in slow, but it is an ease, it's a flow, it's inspired action, it's not going after every opportunity, it's being aligned, it's, you know, it's not about do more, work harder, you're being lazy, that's why it hasn't come in yet. If that was the case, like a lot of us would have had it. A lot of us would have had it. That's not it. That is not it. That is not it. This is about alignment, period. Straight up and down, this is about alignment. That's why I said be careful what you're trying to go out there and get or what's being offered, and because some of it is just, it's just making you feel good. I'm sorry, my alarm went off. It's just making you feel good. It's just making you feel good about moving, being in motion, because our nervous systems have been so wired to just be in that mode all the time, not even allowing ourselves the grace to slow down, to listen, to ask, what do you really want out of this life? Do you want to do this? How you feel about that? The Oracle of Date with Destiny means that all bets are off. Nothing is held sacred and anything can happen, literally. If you are a control freak, this will probably scare you witless. So you need to know something important. You can trust in Destiny's interventions on your behalf. Even if her work seems to be causing your best intentions to go astray. I think that's what we're in right now. Like the beginning of change can feel very chaotic, especially big foundational changes like this. Trust or go mad because you cannot control her. And you do not need to. Your divine destiny is your best life. It is you in the fullest and most beautiful creative expression possible, period. Who cares if it's too much for people? Show up in it anyway. It is what you want and need, even when you don't immediately realize it. Even when that is rather different to what you once thought you wanted and needed. What have I been reiterating throughout this whole thing? The timelines that we're closing out right now, baby, they're going to look different than these new ones. And I think that's a lot of what people are struggling with. Okay? This rhythm change and feeling like you failed, feeling like, oh my god, what the fuck's going on with my life? Oh my god, it's a tower. Like, that's why I don't do that when there's a tower card or anything. Like tower moments need to happen. Okay. Hers is the guiding hand. Okay, that sounds weird. Date with destiny is the guiding hand closing the wrong doors. Y'all. Sometimes slamming them abruptly in your face. That's crazy how the book just slammed. Woo, that's wild. Okay. I'm gonna read that again. She is the guiding hand closing the wrong doors, sometimes slamming them abruptly in your face. With that, Spirit gave me something very specific. For some of you, that's people you care about. The door is being slammed on them. But you did that. You recognized their pattern, no matter how painful that may have been for you to admit. Damn, you're still a liar. Like, damn, you still manipulative. Those are the same people that are blocking these heart chakra activations. Because you know what? Ooh, that's real, Kareen. Like, because for them to allow that compassion within, they would have to give it. They would have to extend it outward. And it's just something they're not ready for. Some people are just not ready for that. Some people are still holding on to some shit that is heavy on the heart. Those are the same people that project, that are giving you that side-eye energy of how dare you evolve, how dare you do your shadow work and integrate it and now show up big and bold. Why are you not cowering? How come I don't scare you anymore? How come I can't manipulate you anymore into doing what I want you to do? That can play out in many forms. And I know it sounds like I'm just talking about like people, but even just like timelines themselves, like say for instance, it's a job, like that manipulation would be like, it's coming, like it's something you hate doing, like you're miserable doing it. You said, you know what, this is the last one, I'm out, like I'm done. Comes back, hey, we're gonna give you a raise for like boom boom boom, this much money, this and that. Like, this is being able to be so aligned within that no amount of nothing fucking moves you. Period. No amount of nothing. I don't care how fucking good you look, the ex, how good the intimacy was, nothing. Because you've done it too many times. You know that it's the same thing. Don't let yourself get caught up in the rah-rah. I'm hearing FOMO, fear of missing out. Don't let that get you. Missing out on what? That's an illusion. On what? You truly believe that what's for you is going to be there for you, right? All right, let me get through this, child. It's just every line is activating. Good Lord. Oh my God. Listen. Okay, I said sometimes slamming them abruptly in your face. Nurse your ego when that happens, but let your soul shout in glee, because you'll know it's the calling card of destiny. Come on, nurse your ego. Okay, you know, tend to it. It's okay. Some feelings getting hurt. It's Leo, my feelings got hurt. It's Leo season. But my soul has been shouting in glee. Because no matter what, I know that I'm choosing different energy this time. I know that I'm choosing me this time. I know what I'm not allowing again. And I mean that to myself. Oh, I just got you. I mean that to myself. And then she'll open the right doors for you. Remember I said, like, it's not going to be like that forever. It's just the change, an abrupt change at that can definitely be chaotic at first. You know what I'm saying? It's like moving and shit. Like, you might be moving to a bigger house, but damn, I gotta pack up the whole house. I gotta get boxes. Damn, the moving company is late. Oh my God. Like, it's like that. It's like that. Everything might not go according to plan. Like, Okay. She isn't, despite most people's fears, a sadist. But she will dance through your life in her big stomping combat boots, even if that means causing some pain now to avoid a far greater pain later on. What did I say? I said we have to actively choose the different timeline, even if you don't see it, even if it's painful, even if it means that you separate from people whom you still love and care about. You are the only person here living your life. The appearance of havoc or mayhem is just a sign that she's at work on a divine realignment assignment. Her every move, even those incomprehensible... Did I not just use that exact... This is getting eerie. Like, did I not just use that exact same word? Her every move, even those incomprehensible to the mind, is deliberate and divine. I'm telling you, man, this is your confirmation. You cannot just allow your logical mind to work this out in this season. That is what we did before. That's what I want to make note of, okay? I did not expect to be on here for damn near an hour. I thought this was going to be like 25 minutes. Okay, that's what I mean by... That's what would make us like conform and choose that old timeline in the past. It would be like us thinking it through instead of like following that inkling, right? Because we've literally been told that's childish, you need to grow up, like what are you doing, right? Or whatever it is, whether it's leaving a relationship, whatever it is, okay? That's what we've been told to do. Does that make sense? That doesn't make sense. That's not logical. Did you think that through? And every time, logic is going to talk you out of your intuition 9 times out of 10, especially if there's already fear there. Your mind, your logic is going to disguise itself. Okay? Or fear, let's reverse that. Fear is going to disguise itself as logic. Okay. When this oracle appears, you are on a date with destiny. The universe has heard the prayers in your heart, and life is going to answer them by rearranging what needs to be rearranged to sort out whatever has been troubling you. Oh, I felt that. Make sure you let it happen. You are not meant to feel in control right now. I mean, like, is this not what we're in? Destiny is an exciting, unpredictable phenomenon. You are probably going to feel a sense of instability and the feeling that things are just going to change. You're right. So even this is saying, like, you might not see it. You might not see the end yet, right? Like the big glorious thing you visualize, but you feel change happening. Like, you just know. You just know. If you allow destiny to take your hand, this is the last paragraph, she'll guide you into the places you really want and need to be. If you cannot trust her, she will push and prod you to get you there anyway. But you just won't enjoy the journey quite so much. Resistance, or choosing that other timeline. I'll use myself as an example. When I've chosen that other timeline, time and time again, it was the same thing. It was the same energetic signature. Whether I was in a different place, same energetic signature. Same thing. You start on the timeline, you're like, okay, all right. But there's always something in the background like, this ain't it. This ain't it. Like you go down that timeline, you keep going until you start getting drained. That timeline starts draining you because it ain't for you. And then you're back at a tower moment. the more you allow yourself to trust in her, the more you will realize that the universe is working with you rather than against you. And if you are willing, it will show you the time of your life. I think this is a place in our journey, y'all, where we are really dropping off these fears. Like, we are really done with it. We are not letting these things hold us back anymore. We can still be afraid, but we are in this Leo energy. We have really worked up the courage to choose ourselves. No matter what. That is what I want to live. Like, that is just the only encouragement. I know I've reiterated that several different times in different ways through here. So just pick a point to start the live if you're in the playback. But I don't care what is being presented. If it is not aligned here, it's going to lead you to the same place. Please have courage in choosing your path. I am not telling you that that's going to be easy. I'm not telling you that people are going to fucking cheer for you and give you a pat on the back and say, good job, you did it. That might not come yet. Not in this energy that we're in. Especially when you have a lot of people who are really blocking that energy for themselves, and thus not, I don't want to say blocking it for other people because nobody can really do that, you know, but convincing like other people, right? Indoctrinating other people to not go after their dreams, to not break the status quo, to not really put these fears down once and for all. And that's not to say there won't be more fears along the way. I mean, you know, we live a human journey, but this is the checkpoint that we're at right now. All right, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and get off. All right, it's 8:30. I just wanted to just kind of, I don't know, I just wanted to be more vulnerable and just come when spirit called me to come. Not, okay, but let me get this and let me do and this and that. Like, I think the I did start doing the daily guidance things, which I'm gonna do that in the way that I, you know, feel called each time. But I think that's about the most mundane thing that you guys are gonna get out of me. That's me being real and authentic, you know, and just honoring my unique rhythm, my unique way of creating, channeling, bringing you guys messages. And me, myself, you know, I never try to put that on anyone else because it's nobody else's work but my own, you know. And me just being more comfortable with myself and me having gone through this like heart chakra activation. I mean, like, oh my God. I'm just thinking about like me just weeping, like just, God, it's been so intense, such an intense time. But I've been hearing this song, so I'll share this with you, and then I will wrap up. I've been hearing this. It's an old Andre 3000, and I don't know if you guys know the artist Norah Jones. Love her. But they had this song called "Take Off Your Cool," and for the past couple days, like past 2 days, I've been hearing that song play. And it's literally that, like, taking off this mask, this facade of like, well, this is how they told me to live life. This is how they told me to do relationships. This is how they told me to, you know, follow my dreams. This is how they told me success should look. And so, yeah, I've just been vibing to that. And I just want to share that with you guys in case, you know, you're a music head like me. And you want to check it out. I swear I put it on this playlist. It's not supposed to take this long for me to find it. Okay, here we go. I think it's just the instrumental. Okay, yeah. But yeah, that's what I have for you guys. I feel a lot lighter. I do. I feel a lot lighter having come here. If you guys can make the playback, I would love to know what you guys are going through, what you guys have been experiencing, whatever it is. No judgment zone. So yeah. I appreciate you guys. And that's it. Y'all enjoy this energy that we're in. You know, allow yourself to choose yourself. We have the full moon in Aquarius tomorrow. Well, it's 8:30 where I am. That's Eastern time. I mean, we about to have that in like 6, 7 hours maybe. It's like at 3 in the morning, I think, the Aquarius full moon. But that vibration will be there for like 2 days or so till the moon moves out of Aquarius. So yeah, we have the full moon in Aquarius. Monday is the 11th, and Mercury stations direct in Leo. Also, between Monday and Tuesday of next week, we have Venus, Jupiter in Sirius in a conjunction at, I want to say, 14 degrees of Cancer. So yeah, we are in, sort of portal energy, right? Although it's not like, quote unquote, Lionsgate, because that's based off of, well, when it was made up, it was based off of the sun being conjunct Sirius. But that can only happen in Cancer because that's where the fixed star Sirius is. So you get what I'm saying? That already happened. That happened in Cancer season. So while we're not in quote unquote Lionsgate, I guess, or 884, I don't know. While we're not necessarily in that, we are in a very heightened energetic time. So, I mean, whether you want to call it Lionsgate, 88, whatever, we're still in a very heightened energetic portal. Okay? That you can alchemize. That is like, that can change your life. All right? So, be yourself out here in these streets, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Enjoy your weekend. I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Bye.